I'm Russell. I'm here to talk about a little bit of global warming. I'm not that old, but I'm old enough to realize that winters and summers were very different when I was a kid till now. And if you can't see the difference just from 20 years ago, then you're really closing your eyes to what's really evident, and that's global climate change. I mean, you look at the deforestation of the Quebec and northern regions of Canada. You look at how the massive pieces of ice are falling. Yeah, it's falling off the Arctic, but everybody says it's a natural process. Yes, that's true, but of course, is it natural for that much to fall off? Is it natural for the oceans to change the temperature where species are about to die off because of a 1 degree temperature change? I don't think that's the way Mother Nature intended it. Mother Nature intended for things to change and evolve slowly. I mean, you look at humans, we haven't really advanced that much over millions of years. We're getting there, but we're not there yet. So I think it's important that all of us do a little bit in our own little corner of the world to help global change. I mean, look, inflate your tires properly, you're saving 4% of the overall consumption of oil in North America. And just checking your tires. It's so easy. I renovate my whole condo, so it's green. You can do it too. Just do a little bit of research, change those light bulbs, care for the planet.
I'm taking action on global warming because I want Canada to be a leader again.
PowerUP, I think it's great what you're doing, lowering emissions, but that's not enough. I'm sorry. Those nuclear power plants leaving buckets and buckets of radioactive waste for future generations just won't do. It's just too much. So if we could all get together and not only lower emissions, but also lower our need for electrical power, close down those nuclear power plants, one and all, I think we can all breathe a lot easier. Really easy.
I'm really happy to see that so many people are concerned about global warming and they're taking action in their own little ways. But something that's got to be done by the government is control land use. Because of land use, I have to commute 30 minutes back and forth to work each day, which consumes a heck of a lot of unnecessary fuel, or low value-added fuel, and I'd like to see more talking about zoning. I want to live and work in the same neighborhood, 20-minute walk to work. That means divvy up the land, people.
Stephen Harper says that it's risky to tackle global warming now. Well, I think messing up the climate is risky.
My name's Kaylee, and I think that we need stronger laws put in place to protect us from global warming, because otherwise it's just going to be the people who put the time in and care enough about the environment that are trying to make changes, but until there's actual laws, it's not going to be enough.
My name is Darcy, and I am going to join PowerUp Canada today because I think Canada can be a leader in climate change. We can be a leader for North America and help convince the U.S. What we need to do. And we can have strong new policies like carbon taxes, cap and trade, and other things, and to really build a strong movement across the country and to see what we can really do as a nation. And I think everybody should join in. Thanks a lot.
I think global warming is one of the most important issues of our time right now. And I also think it's a huge opportunity at the same time because it can actually bring us together in a way that maybe no other issue has in the history. It actually brings the whole planet together. So I see it as an opportunity for us to do a lot of changes we probably should have done a long time ago. And I'm really excited that PowerUp is happening, and it's an initiative to actually create change in a lasting way, and I think passing laws is really an important way to do that. So I'm excited to be part of it.
PowerUp's taking on the most important issue facing our planet. Why isn't everybody joining?
We support PowerUp Canada because together we can make a cleaner world for our children and our children. So we're here to talk about global warming, and I think it's really important for the government of Canada to stand up now. Not tomorrow, not next week, but now. Now is the time, because tomorrow may never be there. If we don't do something to combat these issues that are very, very at the forefront of what people are talking about, what people want to see, and now that there's an election
subject of Her Majesty the Queen, who insists I grow 20 million acres of hemp and establish a carbohydrate-based economy, which is food, instead of a hydrocarbon economy, which is poison. So by the farmers growing hemp, we can delignify the hemp and use the cellulose to create ethanol and leave the corn alone. Plastics that you can literally eat afterwards or chop up, put back in the farmer's field. Building materials, and paper for the federal government and whatnot. So we don't have to cut down trees, so we don't have to use petroleum. And we did 20 million acres, so it would be worth the same as the tar sands, 43 billion a year. So that's just fiber, not counting the seed. I gave the business plan to Chrétien and Paul Martin. They decided to put me on the list to be appointed to the Senate.
Power up. Power up. Hi there, my name is Anthony Watanabe of the Hope Group, and I'm pleased to be here this evening at the launch of Power Up for a few reasons. The first would be that I'm a father of 2 young boys, and I know this has been said many times, but indeed, when you become a parent, the issues of climate change, sustainability, global warming become all the more pressing, and you see that in your children's eyes every day. And it's a powerful motivator for change, so I think that's the first reason. And secondly is that I run a business that deals with sustainability on a daily basis, helping businesses adopt sustainable practices and communicate their successes and their challenges to the marketplace. And while I see business as a big player in this overall solution, they are but one contributing factor, and government and legislation have to play a role. I'm a very proud Canadian, mixed-race Canadian. I've grown up here. Je suis bilingue aussi, donc je suis très canadien dans un sens. And I think that that pride that for Canada as a peacekeeper, for multilateralism, and for environmental leadership still holds strong, but it's lagging, and our reputation is slipping because of our performance has been slipping. And indeed, we have an opportunity, I think, in this heightened awareness, global heightened awareness of climate change to reinvigorate that reputation. And so I'm hoping that Power Up can be an agent of change in that initiative.
My name is Eric Novak. I have a media company in Ajax, Ontario, and I'm also the coach of being one of Al Gore's presenters of The Inconvenient Truth. It's my passion to give the message that Al Gore talks about global warming and the fact that we have to become aware of the problem. When I take my presentation to business groups, to church groups, to groups anywhere around the country, the main message I deliver is that we have to be aware of the problem first of all, and then we have to find our reasons for wanting to change. I personally look at my own reasons very personally. I have 3 children, a 4-year-old twins and a 6-year-old. Every time I look at their face, I realize that as a parent, I have an obligation to look at them and make sure that I'm leaving this place, which I've only borrowed from my next generation, to them. There's a Chinese proverb that says, the generation that plants the shade, the next generation is the one that, or the generation that plants the trees, the next generation receives the shade. It's kind of an idea. It's our legacy. It's not up to us to it's a tough thing to change our habits which we've created, to change what we're trying to do in our lives, for the betterment of something we may not realize long term down the line. It's very important. We have to realize that a lot of the problems are things we've created. And it's also important to realize that we're not trying to save the Earth. The Earth has been around a long time. When dinosaurs walked across Alberta in February 65 million years ago, they weren't wearing parkas. It was a different world that they lived in. It was tropical. We're not trying to save the planet. The planet doesn't matter about global warming. We're trying to save our ecosystem that we can live in and survive. That's something that's more personal. The Earth is a broad concept, but it's us. It's you, me, it's our future, it's our children. That's something that I hope the world will get to understand more and more, and see the ground level efforts. Remember, the greatest shifts in our society never happened at the top. Movements were started at the